Hello. It's just me doing Handcam today. So first off, I'm gonna move these. So I just want to kind of show off what I got from there this weekend. So I don't usually pick up much in terms of stuff. I always hit the artist alley. I prefer the artist alley stuff to my actual merch stuff. So you get your fan stuff and things like that. But oh, I'm gonna put this. But I got this. My partner got me this. The little chameleon arch fob watch. It's a pocket watch, and it actually works. It's not a broken old pocket watch. I thought that was kind of cool. I could not see this thing when I was at the con because trying to see through that mask. I'm seeing through this like narrow slit that's the mouth, and it's just like oof. And then I got a Mr. Pumpkin charm that I liked. I think it was this one. And I picked up the little, surprise, the little, random bag, which usually has like two prints of pin and a charm. And I think I got this charm. I got the pin and these two prints. And I just wanted to show them off. I like them. I think they're pretty. In about a week, a couple of weeks, next time we go to the other end of town, I can get a couple frames for them. They're going to go right up over on my wall over there with my other prints from last year. And of course, I put a little sticker in the fan club thing too, or in the surprise bag. I go there. I have to stop at that table every year. This year, I gotta put these back in my bag. But this year, they had like two little booths this time. One like a little. Oh, I'm gonna move this over here. One like a little end cap where they had like all the other characters, and then one that was dedicated to Mr. Pumpkin stuff. I really love their stuff. I think they're really talented. Okay, this is my tools. Okay. Okay, I was working on this one. Oh, I hadn't even gotten one arm done yet, huh? Okay. I'm gonna go put that over there. I need that for later. Okay. Let me get my pin thing. As you can see, I got my yarn needle pulled out. I used that on putting thing on Wednesday's costume. That was like one of those last minute things, not last minute things, but like, how am I gonna do this? And I figured I had elastic string and a yarn needle. But yeah. Okay, I want to get back to this now. I don't remember how I was doing it. I mean, I remember how I was doing it. I just don't remember how I was doing it. I just do this because it's a simple stitch. Something perfect for about my level, plus it'll be secure. It's not like professional. Oh yeah, and sorry about not having any real motion in my model. But I rearranged some stuff again move some stuff around. I had a chair on that side of my craft table that was just getting filled with stuff. So I cleaned out the chair and moved it into another room. And I moved my old antique sewing machine over there. And by old antique, I'm talking about, you know, the cast iron, the one that's kind of built into the cast iron table, got the big old pedal, an old Singer. One of those really classic ones that I need to fix, but I figure for now I can use the pedal or use the table as a place to hold my 3D printer. So that's what I'm doing until I get around to fixing that thing. But I gotta get the machine itself out and get cleaned off and then greased and see if that'll, fix things. And if not, start looking up videos and seeing how I can restore it. And by restore it, I mean getting it to work. And if I can't figure it out, save up a little money and try to get it out to the sewing machine shop and see if they can fix it. They may like that. I don't know. I just know next year I am not going to be wearing a costume at the con, at least while I'm walking around. I really wish I wasn't, and I could have taken pictures of my model. I mean, that's the only reason I have the Vroid mobile app in my, on my phone. Is just so I can take pictures of my model. Oh, come, no, come. Okay. Oh, let me just my legs here. Make sure sinking. Really need to fix my chair. Oh, good. Crypto's laying down. Yeah, I think he's upset with me today because we're not going anywhere. He just wants to go for a walk. Hopefully this weekend we can get Paralives. That'll be fun. Paralives. Para lives. Thank you. I'm hoping that'll be fun. If it is, I will definitely be doing that on stream. I'll play it for the first time on stream. Other than maybe like a quick, 5-10 minutes to look at it. Maybe make a para folk. I'm not even one arm in. Wow. I'm hoping I can get started on the face today. I just don't know whether I should make the puppet of my model or something else. I think it would work for my model, but I've already got like a doll of my model. I don't know if I want to make a puppet. Mainly because, whoops, mainly because I don't know exactly what I would do with it. I'm not going to be streaming with a puppet. No, I'm not going to be streaming with a puppet. I have no video ideas. I mean, I got some ideas that, oops, sorry. I got a few ideas that the puppet would work with. Puppet could work with potentially. At least one. But I don't know if I want to do it. I mean, I'm prepared for doing it too. I might just flip a coin. Oh, I might need more thread. Let me bring this over here. Honestly, I love this little box. So useful. I want like 50 more of those things. Almost June. I think our high school graduate. I think the high school graduation for our town is going to be on Sunday. Because they've already, had the other traditional graduation stuff like earlier this week and last week. Yeah, I don't think I want to have enough thread. Not a problem. You know what? I might. Might make this a puppet of my model. I prefer the doll though. I really am still proud of that doll. Can't wait to get to my next doll. I've got like 2 more dolls in the pipeline right now that I am going to make. I gotta print them up. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna have enough. That's not a problem. I'll try to get like another couple stitches in, and then I'll get some fresh thread. Ow. This weekend we have nothing going on, thankfully. We're going to do a grocery shopping tomorrow, which will be nice. You know, just simple grocery shopping. It's nice, simple grocery shopping. Let me get my threader out. And then nowhere to go this weekend. I mean, oh, I'll have stuff to do this weekend, but not like we're going anywhere to do stuff. I'm probably gonna, mow the lawn over the weekend. Probably on Saturday. I'm just gonna try to stitch that extra thread into the arm so it's at least not sticking out. No, come on. Let's not get wrapped around here, okay? Spent some work yesterday working on my model because summer's almost here, so I wanted to get my summer outfit taken care of. I'm planning to quote unquote debut that. I'm not doing like a big old debut. I'm just gonna just start using it like around, just like after high school graduation, our town's high school graduation. I figure that's usually a good sign that summer's here. Um, and that'll probably be beginning of June. So I also wanted to make sure I had some pride in it. So I put some of the flag colors into my model's hair. I'll have to get my set together and get my room back together and get maybe a background over the weekend too. Depends on how much energy I have. I just definitely know I am not gonna. I do not want to go out and hang out with people over the weekend. I want to get some of I want to get some of the household stuff done and some stuff for this. I mean, plus pair lives is out. Maybe I'll also get Dead as Disco. I really want to play that on stream. If I get both, oh, my schedule next week is gonna be weird. I'm gonna add a couple days, I think. Oh, come. That way I don't screw up my, regular games, but maybe, try to get in some other games. I did have my Claritin today. I did have my Claritin. Or my generic Claritin, to be honest. I should watch Macross again. Been a while. Maybe we should do a full make puppet stream sometime. You know what? If I do that, if I do a puppet stream, I'm gonna do it as random as I can. But I got so many other stream things planned out right now. I've got a mask I want to work on. I got two more dolls I want to make. I want to make clothes for this puppet. I want to finish up that Bunsen head. I mean, I could have been gluing it this week, but I wanted to get some yard work done on Tuesday, and I got more yard work to do. And then yesterday, I wanted to get rearranged in here a little bit and cleaned up. I still gotta clean off my shelves over there, and I'll put my filament there and finish getting set up over, and maybe some of my other craft stuff. But that's not going to be this weekend. That might be next week. Bum 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 bum. Macross. Yeah, I think next year I'm gonna do. Next year at the con, I am not wearing a costume. If they want to do the cosplay contest, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'll put on a costume for that. But I'd rather walk around the convention floor without without the big old head on and without a costume on. Because one thing about that work suit that I was wearing, it made me understand what Patrick Stewart was going through in the first season of Next Generation. Almost. Soon this puppet will have an arm. Just one. I don't really want to do legs on this puppet. Maybe next week I'll pull the Bunsen head back out and the work suit. I mean, it's not like I put a lot of work into them. A friend of ours made the heads. She put the work into them. All I did was add some pupils and add the eyes. And for my partner, I printed up the horns. But they put, they attached the horns. And then for Wednesday, all I did was really attach the pupils and attach Wednesday to the lab coat, or not Wednesday to the lab coat, thing to the lab coat. And my partner was the one who poked the holes through the fingers so we could attach thing to the lab coat. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make the puppet of me. I kind of like that idea. Crypto streaming. Probably chasing me for not taking him on walkies today. Or he's dreaming of walkies and barking at trucks that are going by on the road. I think one more stitch should do it. Okay, I'll do this last stitch. Is that good in that? Come on, don't wrap around the thumb. And just hide that. One arm is done. Well, almost. Okay. Let's make this the left arm. The choice is arbitrary. I just gotta grab one of my big snaps. I'll put it right there. And I'm just gonna use the thread to attach the snap. And I'm gonna use this to attach the nylon cord. I've been sticking it all the way through. I'm just trying to make sure the thread is pretty well attached. Or the snap. I do not want it coming loose. Now the fun part is from the other side here. Trying to get under that top knot here. I might be able to just use that to help secure that in. Oh no. Oh well. Now what? I mean, if I need more thread, I'll get more thread out. I just want to make sure the snap is on. But I like having detachable arms. It makes getting the clothes on easier. And if I decide to make a live hand, if I can just kind of swap out the arms. Getting very close. can just kind of get it through there. I can tie a little knot. No, I'm gonna risk it. I have to. Okay. Not much more thread. You know what? I should try sewing this just to one side. The next time. Almost. And also that snap on. That snap on once I get the next arm done. Okay. There. One arm. Done-ish. Ugh. Okay. Needed to get a drink. Only an hour ish. Maybe I'll even be able to start work on the face today. That would be nice. Okay. What's the other snap? I color code also. Not like in particular, like, okay, all the silvers are the left arm or anything, but more that way I don't mix up arms and have to put one back on. So. Okay, I put that down a little farther than I wanted to, but okay, it is looped through. Nope, nope. Okay, I'm right here. So, can I get up through there? There we go. This might work better. Whoops. Not a big whoops. Just a little whoops. And one more. Should be secure enough then. I figure I can use this thread and then I can start with a big long piece again. I am not redoing the arm though. Gotta remember this next time I make a puppet. I have a feeling this might actually work. Okay. Where's the thread? It broke. Okay. Um, okay, let's get you back in the arm here so I can pin up over here too. I swear there's like hard parts in fleece. Like just like where there's like a very sturdy piece of, thread or whatever it's made out of that just does not want to go. You can't get a pin through no matter what. Okay. I'm just gonna get rid of this thread because it's too little for really anything. Oh, stretch the legs. Oh. Got myself out an extra length of thread. There it is. There's my pin. There's my needle. That would have been embarrassing, losing my needle. You gotta find me. There we go. I just grab some extra long thread. Come on. Sorry, I think I have like a crumb of lunch in my throat still. I didn't do anything complex for lunch. I just had a grilled cheese sandwich with some roast beef in it. A little roast beef and mustard. Oh, come on. No, no, no. Okay, I got a gnat. I got a gnat. Like, first thing, I get a gnat. Probably partially because I got like so much thread right now. As you can see. Oh, okay. It keeps getting caught around the fingers. Okay, another knot. Hoping I can get it. There we go. Okay. There we go. A little more manageable. Now I can see what I'm doing. One thing when sewing, slow and steady. Just saying. Don't just yank. Don't be impatient. Don't be me. Hoping to start the face today, but looking less like it. Oh, come on. Whoops. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm? It's like heard something. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba-da, dum, 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 da-da, dum, 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 da-da, dum. Sorry. Crypto did wake me up a little bit early this morning. But he really wanted to go out. Whoops, I got caught my scissors. I'm stuck. One of these years, I'm gonna make a lightsaber hard suit out of EVA foam. It's a dream. It's one of those dream costumes of mine. I really want to make that. Okay. Yeah, oh, we got like a knot. Boy. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's get that over there. Okay. Now, okay, separate it from here. There we go. Whoops. Okay, don't get caught on anything. Don't get caught on anything. Whew. I did it. I did it. Okay. Maybe that'll help. Get that out of the way. Who couldn't be seen? Ugh. I'm gonna need a stretch soon. Man, my body hurts now. I mean, it doesn't help that I moved heavy furniture too. I mean, like a big 1970s motel chair, solid wood, pretty much. It's like real wood on the frame. I love the chair; it's comfortable, but man, it's hard to move. Plus, it's big. And then, having to move an old Singer sewing machine yesterday and try to get that down the hall. And that thing's, it's got the, solid wood, it's got like real wood and cast iron frame. Plus, the machine itself is heavy in there. Might need to get up and stretch in a minute. I don't know what happen if I dual stream this over to YouTube. I'll have to think about that. I'll do that next time. Maybe next week. I'll stream this out to YouTube also. I have a separate chat widget though, I think. You know what? Dual streaming seems like too much work. This is more of a hobby to me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get up and stretch a bit. Maybe get some pain reliever. Let's see if I can make it till 3. And then I'll take a quick break, get up and stretch and stuff. Just making like another, what, half hour? Can we not keep getting tied up here, man? That would be great. I don't know if I'll make it till 3 o'clock. You know what? I'm going to take a quick break right here. Just a quick one. I need to get up and stretch a little bit and move around and maybe wake up a little bit. So I'll see you in a couple more minutes. See you on the flip side. Okay, I am back. So like my arms, my upper arms, like really sore. Probably from the way I'm sitting. Come on. Ow. Crypto, what are you doing? Trying to get into trouble? I mean, you know, you're a young dog, so think that's like your natural state, just trying to get into trouble. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, trying to get into trouble. I have a weird selection of music sometimes. Oh, now he's giving me a sad look, sad side eye. He wants to go out for walkies, I think. Thankfully, he doesn't know what that means. All he knows is as soon as I get my, as soon as I'm getting my shoes on, it means I'm going somewhere and he wants to go with. Hmm. Thumb. This would be so much easier if I didn't have to, if I didn't have to worry about fingers. I also want to get one of that pattern sometime. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm getting there. I should have both arms done by the end of the stream, at least. I was kind of hoping I could start on the face today. Hmm. I know, Crypto. You're disappointed in me. You're not mad. You're just disappointed. He really wants me to go for a walk. Maybe we can get a short one later before I have to work on your other parents' dinner. We're getting there, as you can see. I mean, I think I do a new wig for my doll. Well, maybe now that all the con stuff is done, I can get off to work on that. Make a new wig cap and make a new wig. Because I think it's been a while since I made the doll, and I got a new haircut. So probably across the street, buddy. I think Crypto wants to go out and see what noise is. It's probably from somebody from outside. No, I'm gonna take a quick peek out the window. Right back. I'm not even going anywhere. I'll just mute myself. Yeah, it was just across the street, like I thought. When people across the street are, during the daytime, they're just coming and going at all hours. All throughout the day, they'll just be coming and going. There's like three vehicles there. One will leave, then another will leave, then one will come back, and another will come back, and one will leave, and the other will leave, kind of thing. And it's a house. Gone now a hurricane, on a Sunday hurricane, loving you. Gone now a hurricane, more little hurricane. Oh no, no, no. Come on. No knots. I'm gonna have to get the AC back in here soon. Oh, I don't want to do that. I mean, that's another reason why I kind of reorganized some stuff around. So if I need to, I can get the AC back in here. I don't want to get the AC back in here. Well, looks like I got a small knot. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my headset, my magnifying headset, and see if I can get that knot untied. Because I don't want to waste the thread. Okay, magnifying headset is on. Lower that a bit so I can see. Where's my needle? There's the needle. Let's see if I can find the knot again. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna move my mic here a bit. I think I got it. I think it's gone. So I move my mic again. Hmm. That thing has proven itself so useful, especially on days when I'm sewing. I don't want to cut and have to deal with that. So hopefully this year we can go to the haunted house. I think it's Fort Michilimackinac, not the fort on the island, but the one in Mackinac City, the old fort. They have like once a year in October they do a haunted house kind of thing called remember correctly, Fort Fright. I've been there once. I really want to go again. Maybe get like another work suit, a tan one. Get some proper patches made up. And not take a proton pack, but just a PKE meter. My Spirit Halloween PKE meter. I mean, that could be fun, right? I gotta get my headphones back on. I forgot to put those back on. Make my this knot or the stitch done. Yep. Come on. Got a knot forming here. Just keep it from forming. Yeah. There we go. What am I going to do about the hair on this? Ah! Got caught on my mouse. Oh, on the mouse. Not my mouse. That's my partner's mouse. Since my partner is primarily a console player and only really uses their laptop for Sims 4, and they might be using it on the new life sim game that's out that might that my captioning software always gets wrong. Para lives. I have to have a space in there. But maybe they'll play that too when we get it. Hoping to get it this weekend. Because we don't have a credit card attached to the Steam account. We just get Steam gift cards. It's a little safer. And by a little safer, I mean a lot safer. But that's what we do. We can get it this weekend when we go out shopping, hopefully. Let's get a Steam gift card. Pick up the game. My partner's been watching a lot of the big simfluencers, I guess. I don't know. Just some of the bigger sim YouTubers playing Paralives, and they're interested. I'm interested in playing it. And I'm hoping that with it's a good competition, which will help put pressure on Maxis to make The Sims a better game, and they pick up the right lessons from it, not the wrong lessons. Hope not like this lesson where they try to mimic the art style, but the whole listening to the player base and shooting for the stars as opposed to making a multiplayer thing. And maybe get rid of the microtransactions. That would be nice. It sounds like what Paralives is going to do to make money, is they're going to sell the game. And, from what they said, the money they raised in just the early access phase, they got enough money to continue with the size of team they have for a few more years just from the early access sales. But at the same time, that's the only game they have. Well, as far as I know. Hopefully EA goes, oh, we make enough money selling the game, and we don't need to, have somebody, have people spend thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars just to get, a complete game. And then add microtransactions on top of that. No. Scissors. I'm trying to keep my clock there so I can at least have a sense of time. Don't. Come on. No. No. Don't get caught on the thumb. Thank you. Doing so good. Like every time I start getting into a little groove, the thread gets caught on something. I wonder if I can make a doll out of burlap. I don't want to try that sometime. Make a doll out of burlap. Maybe one of these years I can convince these guys to go down to JFAX with me. Or go to JFAX. I can go to JFAX again. I miss JFAX. You know what? Yeah, I think that'll work. Now, this is gonna be a puppet of me. I have an idea what I'm gonna do with it. So, do you remember that old lullaby? Oh, my seat's sinking. Oh, There we go. I want to do that this year. I hope we do that this year. And one of the things at the con, in the main hall, where there's the Star Trek cosplayers and the Ghostbusters cosplayers and the 501st Legion of Star Wars cosplayers and or stormtroopers. Totally not cosplayers. There was a group dressed as pirates doing a pirate fest nearby. And that's in August, and I kind of want to do like go to that little pirate fest. That might be fun. You know what? I could use a puppet for IRL streaming. Like when we go to like a con or something, I could take this. That'd be kind of fun. Or just go outside and take a walk in the woods with the puppet. I need woods to go take a walk in. And the closest I have is was an old fitness trail in the woods attached to a park that was shut down, opened up when I was a kid and closed down when I was a kid. No, they didn't really maintain it. It was a city, and then now it's been turned into frisbee golf by the city. There's a city-run frisbee golf course. That's the closest we have to woods now. I mean, it's in the woods. That's not the same as the old trail. The old fitness trail, the quote unquote fitness equipment wasn't well maintained, but it was a nice, peaceful trail to walk on. I miss it. But maybe we could go out to I could take the puppet out to the state park sometime. Do some IRL streaming with the puppet. Might be kind of fun. I don't know how I'd do it though. I have to figure out some kind of rig. Sorry, figure out some kind of rig where my arm wouldn't get tired from holding and aiming at a puppet for a walk. Maybe get a selfie stick and maybe some kind of attach it to a harness or something. No matter what, my arms would get tired. But that could be kind of fun. Do maybe like a short IRL stream from like an occasional festival or something. Might be kind of fun. So I've been thinking about trying to do some outdoor streams. Take my webcam and my laptop and, aim the webcam, the same direction I'm facing and use that as the background and then use the camera on my laptop to for motion tracking like I usually do. But go outside and stream and the puppet might make it a little easier. Because then all I would really need is my phone. And my my wireless, my little lavaliers. That might be kind of fun. I'll have to figure out an outfit to wear. That might be really fun. That much left. Maybe not like walking around stuff, but I could do that. I could use a puppet for IRL streaming. And then the hair would be fairly easy. I mean, I was looking at my model right now. I could. I have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan for the puppet now. Now I really want to get this thing done. I can easily put my phone on a tripod. I have the stuff. I got battery packs, so I wouldn't need to worry about power. Hopefully I can get these arms attached today. Might be kind of fun. The only issue I'll have is figuring out the outfit. But I'll see what I got in some old clothes and stuff I can turn into a cute little outfit or something. Mm. I mean, honestly, if I needed to, I could just take Liam's to start with. But I'd rather make an outfit. I try to remember that. That is something I've been wanting to do is go outside. And this would allow me to do something easily. Just get out on my bike, get a ride in, sit someplace. Maybe stream for like a half hour or an hour or something. Like an unscheduled kind of thing, or maybe a scheduled thing once a week or something. Weather depending. Bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Sorry, I was singing to the background music. I have to get a case or something for the doll if I'm going to do that. I want to just toss it into a backpack. Oh, hello. Thank you. So am I. I'm also bad at craft, but I make do. I mean, you can see right there. You know that stitching is pretty bad. My whole stitching is pretty bad, but I like doing it. I'm okay with computers. I know my way around a computer. Unfortunately, that makes me the computer expert in the family. Exactly. And I'm having fun while doing this. I have fun with pretty much every craft I do, except crochet. Crochet is boring. Not really all that into crochet, but at least I've tried it and already forgotten how to do it. Exactly. That's me withdrawing. I am not good at. I'm not great at drawing. I used to be better, but I'm not great with drawing. But at least I have fun doing it. Okay, there we go. Oh, how much farther? This is something that I thought I would have been done with by now. I thought I would have been done with it by like in 1.5 hours, not 2.5 hours. I would have gotten both arms done by now. And I'd be working on the face. Come on. There we go. As long as you're having fun. Okay. Hmm. Meanwhile, here I am making a puppet. Meanwhile, I have one of my friends will spend like a long time just making hoodies and stuff and making coats and making extravagant cosplay and working on their skills so they can make a fursuit someday. I think that's their ultimate goal is to make a fursuit someday. Yeah, I would never do that. But I would also never wear a fursuit. They are warm. Fursuits are way too warm. I would not be able to do a fursuit. Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, my goodness. Some of them are really cool. I appreciate the artistry of fursuits. I just know I would probably sweat to death in them. Puppets are more my speed, anyways. There we go. Ugh. You get stuck on everything, aren't you, Thread? I mean, if I could figure out some kind of furry Halloween costume, I would like. I might do that. You know, depending on the temperature outside on Halloween. No, that'd probably still be too warm. Oh, yeah, that can be difficult. Okay, I'm going over to your Twitch channel right now. It looks like there's pictures. Oh, no, now what I want to look at. I would probably start simple. I mean, from what little I can see. Oh, yeah, that is not helpful. Oh, why can't you just have big pictures up there, Twitch? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, but sometimes it's best to start with a simple thing. I mean, if I was going to do, I really can't get one out, but what I did a couple years ago at a local Comic Con, a regional Comic Con, I took a mask I had gotten from a Halloween store, just one of those solid plastic masks that are like blank face masks, and I painted that, and then made like a little way of attaching it to my head in a quick foam wig, and then used a green bodysuit I had, and I made a full costume of my character of this my model. I can't really get it out because it's in the closet right now, and my puppy's bed is right in front of the closet. But I would, see if I could find somebody who could actually make one and took commissions, and maybe like get a wig to start with, or see if I could find a wig online, and then maybe look at like online costume shops and stuff, and see if there's something similar that you could like quickly modify, or make a like a casual outfit for your OC. That you could go to like Target or something and pick up like a t-shirt or something. Something like that. Something a little more casual, and start with that and work your confidence up. And don't do things that I do. Dive head first into stuff. You know, don't have like a big convention if you're going to go to just a convention for fun. Don't have a big convention being your first convention. Don't, you get into a certain cosplay hobby. Don't spend a lot of money on buying a head. Do it slowly. Don't go to the fabric store and spend a lot of money on fleece to make puppets. And now I've got like boxes of fleece in another room. Okay. Yeah. Oh. I've never made a PC. All I've done is change. I've added RAM to PCs and changed out hard drives. That's about all I want to do on PCs. I do not think I could build a PC. I think I have the skills and knowledge from watching other people and watching videos to attempt to build a PC, but it probably wouldn't be very good. I know I wouldn't be very good at, make a very good PC right away. And I know if I built a PC, I would definitely have to put Linux on it because no way in hell I'm because no way in hell would I ever want to put Windows 11 on a PC. Windows 11 destroyed an older destroyed my prior computer. And that was before all the AI stuff was coming out. That's why the computer I'm using right now, I am not upgrading from Windows 10. I want to have access to my games, but and I don't know if all the games would be compatible with Linux. Oh, I think support's already ended for Windows 10. I think. I'm not sure. I'm just not upgrading my PC. I'll risk it. I'm not going to click on strange links in my emails. I'm going to be very careful. Yeah, I did not get extended support. And I'm like, I don't care right now. I am not using Windows 11. No matter how many times Windows pesters me to install it. Yeah, that would have been nice. And not put AI in everything. That would also have been nice. I don't want AI. Unless that AI is like more like, Star Trek Data. I think I've got my start menu a little closer to what the older start menus were like. But I also take, let's see, what is that? Yeah, true AI. I wouldn't mind being friends with like Data as opposed to what we have. I want AI that can, legitimately learn how to play a violin or paint a painting. Yeah, that, Data or C3PO would be great. That kind of AI would be nice. But that's not what we're going to have anytime soon, I think. What we're going to have is an energy inefficient holodeck. And data centers all over the place. Thankfully, there's none up here yet. Exactly. Exactly. They're not conscious. They're not, actively pursuing their own activities outside of drawing hands badly and convincing kids to commit suicide or, kill other people or convince business people to invest a whole lot of money that, nobody gives a crap about, into something that nobody gives a crap about and build huge data centers that are going to that destroy the communities that they're in. Kind of makes me wish I didn't play with them when when some of these AI image generators first came out. I know I played with them a couple times years ago now. Yeah, didn't have any way of knowing at the time, and hey, sounds like a cool little toy to play with. And now they're in everything. There we go. Sorry, I had a filter. I have a filter on chat to help stop the bots because it's like, oh, let me message you on Instagram. So Instagram is a blocked word because of bots trying to sell me stuff. But yeah, a little filter on Instagram or an image generator. I think I played with like one of the old image generators once, a few years ago. Generate a little picture that generate some pictures I want. Thought it would be kind of fun. But I much prefer drawing stuff myself or going out and going out with a camera and getting the pictures I want instead. Yeah, Discord's another word that I have blocked because it's like, oh, let me IM you on Instagram. Let me let me message you on Instagram. Let me message you on Discord. What's your Discord name? What's your Discord handle? Right now I'm yeah. Oh, so many. If I remember to block them after the stream, usually I'm just like, I'm gonna focus on my game. But I also have Sari bot on right now, so that's been taking care of some of it. Hey, buy viewers at blah blah blah. Same here. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting to affiliate someday. That would be nice. Maybe I could, make enough money to buy a pizza or something. I'd be happy with that. But I don't really focus on the money. Yeah. I remember like the old days of streaming. Yeah, and now I have emotes. I have a couple of emotes. I don't use them, and I can't use them on other people's streams. I want to be able to get to a point where I can, have a lurk emote and use them. Exactly. See, I had to see which emote it was. Okay, I close this out. There we go. Cool. Yeah, thankfully, they released that Emote Lab software recently. I got that. But yeah, I like having emotes. I want to be able to use them on other streams. I want to make enough money to get pizza. I want to go back to like the days of Ustream and and Justin.tv and the like sometimes. Before Amazon owned it, owned streaming, or YouTube to own streaming. Almost done. Okay. I might get the arms finished tonight or today. That would be great. Yeah, I was not streaming back then. I bet it was a lot smaller. But then COVID, and then people need something to do. And then people like me, come along and, find out about these hobbies. And it's like, oh, that looks fun. Come along because they're bored and need something to do. So they feel more productive instead of just sitting at their computer playing Sims 4. Oh, ooh, come on, Stitch. In there. I can bury you. Oh, good. I'm almost done. And I still have plenty of thread. Let me get that piece of thread tied down at least. Oops, nope, 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 nope. Just these two. There we go. If I have to, I can just trim those out, I think. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, I've only been doing it for, oh, am I closer? I think I'm closer to 4 years now. I've only been doing it for not that long. And then I took like, oh, about 6 months off at one point. I took like 6 months off of Twitch and streamed on a different site that's now gone. And I preferred streaming on that smaller site that's now gone than on Twitch. Oh yeah, I know what that can be like. Hmm. Okay, just a little farther down. There we go. Okay, no, come on. There we go. Pull it out. No, I wrapped around my thumb. There we go. Where's my scissors? That's what happened with me and this puppet. Life got in the way once I started the puppet a couple years ago. I think before I even started streaming, and life caught up with me, and it stayed on a shelf, basically just this, for a couple years. Yeah, I was on B Stream, like for a little bit, like shortly after it started, or not shortly after it started, well after it started. Okay, that's the Black Snap. But that was a great site. Oh, VStream was so much nicer. I mean, even just the little things on VStream, like it had a way of you would plan your stream out like you do on YouTube, I guess. Oh, and I just love that little ritual of okay, set up my stream schedule on there, plan out my streams for the week there, and just having that little ritual. And Hershey just lurking everywhere. She was just like lurking in everybody's streams. I loved it. I miss Justin.tv though. AKA what Twitch was at the beginning. I remember the beginning. Okay. Get this in there. So I can attach the arms. I mean, I miss like the really old days sometimes. Like, oh God. What streaming was like nearly 20 years ago now. But I definitely miss VStream. Okay, come on. Nope. Oh, come on. I think I still have like my old, old, old YouTube channel. I think it's tied to a different email account. I'd have to look. But I have I think I still have my old channel from the early 2010s. Or it's not from even the early 2010s, from the late aughts. Such early 20. Yeah, exactly. I miss the old YouTube just before all the AI came in. Oops, can't really see what I'm doing with this poor puppet shoulder. Oh yeah, I've had an ad blocker for so long now. I constantly just keep blocking ads on everything if I can. But every time one of these companies like is going, "Oh, we don't want you using ad blocker." I'm thinking of I'm thinking back to the MySpace days when a flaw in their ad code allowed malicious actors to put malware on your computer. And I'm like, I don't want that happening again. I don't want that happening. I don't want malware on my computer. I cleaned off enough computers. I cleaned off enough I cleaned my old boss's computer off enough times when he'd be like, going to the adult sites and just getting his computer infected with so many viruses. The computer at work, the work computer where the bookkeeping was done in the days of dial-up at a restaurant that only had one phone line. I am so glad that restaurant's long gone. Okay. Okay. Get this snap in. Yeah, that's why I keep my ad block on, though, so I don't have to see all those ads anymore. And I don't have to risk my computer turning into my boss's computer. There we go. One snap in. Oh. But yeah, I do miss those days. I don't miss the 10-minute the 10-minute video length limit. I don't miss that. Nope. Okay, they weren't serious. Okay. Oh yeah. Or back in those days of YouTube. Oops, why am I taking all that needle out? Ah, there was my arm. But back in those days of YouTube, I was hosting horror movies under my old identity, and I could only upload my host segments, which is all I did, was just upload host segments, as opposed to I get frustrated, as opposed to the whole movie, the whole public domain movie that I was hosting. And I had all those movies up on blip.tv before they went under. Oh yeah. Those videos are still up on my, those old videos are still up. And you really also had to compress the video so much. Try to get under certain file size limits. Yeah, mine was, my old YouTube channel, I really couldn't do what I wanted to with it. So all I could really do is just the host segment. So most of that stuff just my stuff. Okay. There's one arm. Which now I should just start shaping the hand a little bit. Let's get this other snap in and I can the other arm on. I mean, it's, Twitch isn't much better with the copyright. In the because one of the games I regularly play is Sims 4, and they have a safe for streaming mode in the music section on the Sims 4. So it'll disable the ones that are likely to get copyright struck when you're streaming. And I still had the audio silenced on songs, on music in the game that is, allowed to be streamed, and I've still gotten silenced on it. I mean, at least I haven't gotten the copyright strikes. If I did, oh my god, I would probably be bawling. But yeah, copyright is horrible on YouTube. But they got to appease. At least back in the old days, they had to appease, NBC, I think it was initially, because people were uploading, whole episodes of Saturday Night Live or skits. And it was probably, a lot of that stuff originally came because they had to appease them. And whole episodes of TV shows and movies and stuff. God, I miss the Wild West the Wild West days of the internet. Fine. I miss Napster and Kazaa and GeoCities, and now everything's too corporate. You really can't do anything because all the big companies. Oh, come on. Itch. Okay. Trying to keep my eye on the time. I may be able to start on the face. Oh, I may be able to start on the face today. Ah. I'm gonna go look at my other puppets here and see if I can find some inspiration. Just like how YouTube was absorbed by Google. I miss Blip. Because Blip, They had, yeah, they bought out everybody. Flip was great. I used that. I used that for like all my stuff back then. But either they got bought up by other companies and folded, or Google buys them out because they were buying out everything back then. Oh, it was. I miss those old days sometimes when things were still new. There we go. The doll or this puppet has two arms. I'm not working on a doll yet. I got a couple dolls in the pipeline. It's not doll time yet. It's puppet time. Oh, that would be nice, actually. There we go. Okay. Let's get the other arm on and give the hand a little shape. Ugh, thread's so all over the place. There we go. The hand a little bit of shape. And snap that on. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Do. Nope. Hopefully that worked. I wanted to get a screenshot of that. Okay. There you go. Close that out. Oh, yeah. I miss when a lot of these sites had competition and having to innovate. So I'm going to start work on the eye. Oops, maybe. Maybe. Nope, nope, come on. Okay, bring my bin up. Oh, there we go. Oh. Well, this is not the first puppet I've made. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, seventh puppet I made. I made 7 puppets, so yeah, this is gonna be number 7. Okay. I made like a lot in 2020 and 2021. Okay, let me put this over here. I need my scissors. I don't know if that'll work, but I'm gonna try cutting that with scissors. It's been a while since I made a puppet face. These are not my sewing scissors. Okay. Not perfect, but eyelash will hide some of that. Yeah, break at the handle, not too much in the eye itself, please. Okay. Eyelash will hide. Eyelash will hide that. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, in that direction. The eyelid may hide some of that. Just gonna paint that. Paint those with a little bright magenta. With my paintbrush. No, I think I put one in here, actually, the one I was going to use for this. There it is. At least this way I won't need pupils. I should sand. Where's my sandpaper? Where's my sandpaper? Okay. I should sand these down a little bit. There we go. That way I can rough up the surface a little bit for the paint. The last puppet I had with solid eyes, I made the with a solid color eye, I made the eyes out of polymer clay. And then I painted that because I didn't have, the right color polymer clay. Yeah. I can't really think of too many more that I used back in the day. It was like once I found Blip, I was like, okay, that's the one I want to use. The only other one I can remember using, and it wasn't for video, it was for audio, for a podcast I hosted back in, way back when. Um, I remember Pod Show. Okay. I just need to rough it up a little bit here. The paint will stick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're long gone. Don't really know what happened to it, but I know they're long gone. Okay. I get that all painted. That way it has some time to dry. Weird, I make so many things of my model. I'm just realizing that. So many things. I think the owners of Pod Show probably just took the money and ran. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Now I got paint all over my hands. Oh, that would be nice. Oh, oh, got all that paint off my hands. There we go. I'll give that a second coat later. I'm gonna need to make eyelids. Do I have anything I can? I don't know. I'll just use the foam for that. I gotta take a look at one of my other puppets. Oh, Rumble. Ugh. Oh yeah. That's not one I like. That is not a service I like. Where's my mouse? There's my cursor. There's my cursor. There's my cursor. There we go. I just wish. I really wish like Twitch and YouTube had competition. Yeah, but a lot of the good ones, would have had to basically become like YouTube and Twitch to survive. Unfortunately. Oh yeah. Okay. I had to take a look at another puppet for the eyelashes. I'll try to remember what I did. Yeah, but like at least I remember when YouTube bought or when Google bought when they bought YouTube. YouTube was also struggling to keep up with bandwidth costs. Okay. I'm just gonna do a quick. Um, Actually, where's my other spoons? I'm gonna grab a different spoon here. That way I can get an idea of about how long I need. Okay. Eyeball this. Actually, not completely eyeball this. I mean, Google had a lot of money back when they bought everything, and they were buying that stuff because uh, their competing product wasn't as good. I mean, Google Video was not nearly as good as YouTube. Let's go about. I'm gonna need to open up that and get a good look at my model. I just need a good look at the eyelashes. Oh yeah, see now that would be a way of managing. But Australia also does not have the American government, who would never do something like that. turn my hair off. I just kind of want to see. I'm gonna go with a half a centimeter. You know what? Yeah, half a centimeter should be good. Okay. And I'll just do this, cut it with scissors. Now those can dry off. Yeah, it's sad when they shut down like the good just some things that have like good UI. They're really easy to use, and then you have to figure out how to do what you want to do. Whoops. Whoops. I made a mistake there. It's not a bad mistake. Easily fixable. Oh. There we go. Pumped an audio cable. Okay. Whoops. Not a big issue. Okay. Okay. And then everything gets more and more complicated as time goes on. There we go. There. Eyelashes. Okay, nobody. Oh, I don't have to make pupils. Ah. Ah. That makes me happy. Not having to do pupils makes me so happy. I mean, I wouldn't want to use US based services either, but I am in the US. Kind of have to. Let's get a second coat on. There we go. Ah, yeah. Old movies. I like watching old movies sometimes. Well, just like the bad old movies, so like the really low budget old movies. And sometimes some of the higher budget old movies are great. Trying to figure out how they did things back then. Okay. There we go. I think that second coat will be good. We're good. I kind of wish I had a glossy varnish or something I could put on. What do I have? What do I have would be glossy? I don't think I have anything. Oh, like what Riff Tracks does. Oh yeah. Especially if you can do some good you have good research and you can find out like the weird little stories about movies, about the production of a movie or something. Those are always fun. I miss commentary tracks. I miss the days of physical media. Okay. Do I have anything else I can do it? I gotta wait for that to dry a little bit. Okay, we'll grab some scrap, please. I don't. Oh no, that's buried in the closet. Have I used any of that color? Yes, I have. I have used that color. It would be in the my scrap bin. Okay. What is that's that's pretty good. Okay, this is the stretch. Get the fabric scissors out. I am not gonna dig out a different color fleece for this. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever watched anything on Netflix and oh, I gotta research this. Where's my keyboard? Where's my Bluetooth keyboard? Okay. Or my wireless keyboard. Oh, what was the when was the last thing I watched on YouTube come out? Power Rangers Once and Always. 20 Wow, I haven't watched Netflix in like 3 years. Yeah, 2023. Wow. My partner has a subscription that, automatically comes out of that gets automatically charged to the card. And the last thing I watched was in 2023. Wow. Yeah, we don't have Disney Plus. I think the only streaming service me and my partner are subscribed to is Netflix. And then we don't watch it. I pretty much only watch I only watch like really YouTube on the regular basis and Twitch. And then I just if I can't find something on a free streaming service that I want to watch, I'll pull out the DVDs I have. I much prefer home. Yeah, Tubi's good when they have the stuff that I want to watch, which isn't always, unfortunately. But I like watching my old DVDs. We still buy DVDs and Blu-ray, but that's also because of special features too. I mean, if I can watch something with a commentary track, yeah. Do I have any old newspaper or anything around here? Yeah, exactly. I have that with. I mean, in here right now that I can see, I have Babylon 5 and the 1966 Batman series. in complete box sets. I also have Max Headroom and The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. Shows that I adore that you can never find anywhere else. Oh yeah. Do I have? Yes, I do. Haha. I have ad circulars. Okay. Where's that? I need that police out here. I haven't ever watched Space 1999. Okay. Let me get my. You go in there. Okay. Okay. Oh, get the spray glue out. This should shake well, right? Yeah. Making sure. I like a lot of pre. Well, not a lot, but I like some pre-Star Wars sci-fi. I'm up. I mean, with my pocket watch that I just got, but I need something a little more. There it is. I mean, I grew up on that era of Doctor Who, on the Fourth Doctor era. I found this at a store and I had to have it. I mean, it doesn't work anymore, but just having the Fourth Doctor Sonic. No crypto. Nobody. I want to try to get as much done as possible here, okay? Almost done with the eyes. I may even be able to glue them on. Sorry, my puppy is like really wanting attention. Really wanting some attention right now. He doesn't know what's going on. Okay. So some spray glue. Yeah. And he also wants to go outside and bark at things. Not go potty. He wants to go outside and bark at things and lay in the sun. Okay. Put this over here for a second. I want to check my pupils. Okay. So grab one of these. Feeling a little tacky. Just gonna try to cover up that crack. More this way, I think. Whoa, nope, 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 nope. Okay, let that dry a little bit. Ah, fingers are tacky. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot a lot of stuff. A lot of the how to make a puppet things. But as I'm getting stuff out, I'm remembering. Whoops, wrong side. Oh well. I can trim that off with a pair of scissors if I need to. Get that glued on. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Don't stick to the. Don't stick to my really messy, gluey cutting mat. Oh, I have never watched Farscape. I I know of Farscape, but by the time we got by the time we got the Sci-Fi Channel where I am, it was like too late in the series to start, watching it, from the beginning. And I like watching series from the beginning. And I still haven't watched it. I should. I mean, it's Jim Henson Productions, for goodness sakes. It's got are we thinking about the same Farscape? Yeah, I'm thinking of the one from um I'm the one that started in 1999 and ended up airing on Sci-Fi in 2000 in 1999. But it looks like it was made for an for Australian public television. But yeah, it was up here on Sci-Fi Channel on cable, and it got really popular. Okay. Oh, I gotta I gotta cut this extra fleece. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's got people that I recognize, and Jim Henson, the Jim Henson Company, producing it and doing the puppets, the very very advanced puppets that I'm amazed exist, and I'm glad it exists. It was like a cult hit in America. There, there's one eye. Well, one pupil. Or one eye. I gotta get glasses on. No, buddy. Almost done, buddy. I'm almost done. I just gotta. I'm not gonna be able to attach the face tonight, but I can get part of it done, and that makes me happy. Do Oh wow, that costs a lot to make. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. No U.S. network wants to spend money, or the networks that would spend money never have the financing to do it. Because if some, I think American PBS, if they had it but started airing, oh no, oh no, I got plenty of spoons. I got plenty of spoons. I can always make another eye. Okay. I do it quickly and carefully, I might. Oh, there we go. Okay. I might be able to get on another eye. Okay. Okay. I can do some quick, gentle painting. I'll do a quick, gentle sanding too, but I know this will stick halfway well from the other two puppets that have these eyes, have spoon eyes. And then both Claudia Black and Ben Browder went off to Stargate SG-1 after Farscape was done. I do know that much because I liked Stargate SG-1 and I stopped watching when they came on because the show didn't feel right without Richard Dean Anderson. And it really made me felt like they were trying to replace Richard Dean Anderson. You know, not replace it, replace his role, but do a copy of Richard Dean Anderson's Colonel O'Neill. We have me and my partner have all of that on DVD. Okay, I guess gonna be very careful now. It's gotta be very careful. Any accidents on the edge of the fleece will be covered up by the eyelash. And at the same time, when Farscape was on, I had pretty much stopped watching a lot of TV too. At least when it came out in America. I'd watch Tech TV and the Stargate SG-1 marathon on Mondays, and then just Tech TV in the evening, and that would be it. Okay. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna need to get my hot glue gun. Oh, Mythbusters was fun. At least the American Mythbusters was fun. I don't know if it was different if it wasn't Adam and Jamie in Australia. But oh, I loved Mythbusters. Okay. Yeah, I adored Mythbusters. I think that was like one of the few shows I would watch outside of like Tech TV. And that was like sitting with the family watching it. There's my glue gun. There's my glue gun. Okay. Get this sucker plugged in. Oh yeah, and we had we watched it on the Discovery Channel, and I think Adam and Jamie came up to the local community college one time to do, when they were doing one of their little tour things. That was such a fun show. Nobody, I know, in a little bit. I want to get these eyelashes on at least. But I gotta wait for the hot glue gun to heat up. Oh yeah. Yeah. My brain when I see public access, I think of cable public access where it's like, you know, a guy with a camera making a show in their basement. But the way you're talking about like public access like Farscape and Mythbusters um makes me think of our public television, our public broadcasting, which are two completely different things. I just gotta wait for that glue gun to heat up. I want to get these eyelashes on. I should have plugged the hot glue gun in earlier. I know, buddy. I know, Crypto. You're a good boy. Yeah, that's pretty much what PBS is. It's basically just the whole show, the whole episode of a show, and then you got a few minutes of advertising for their other shows, and stuff like and the people who helped, finance the PBS station. Oh, watched so much PBS when I was younger. Crypto buddy. Okay. Oh, that's a little much. Okay. I'm just gonna put. I think what I'll do is I'll put a little line over here, and just kind of stick the eyelash on that. Pick up a little glue. No, no. Oh, it's still too cold. Um, maybe my tacky glue. Okay. Okay. I hope this is not solid. Do I have an old brush I can use? No, I have an old chopstick. That'll work. Okay. Still soft. I'm gonna brush a little tacky glue. Maybe this will work. Maybe. Okay, get this eyelash on. No, no crypto buddy. Okay. Hope this works. It should dry clear from tacky glue. Used this all the time when I was a kid. It's been so long since I've used tacky glue. I just did not want to squeeze some out. Okay. There we go. Normally for this, I would use... I'll stick that in water. Normally for this, I would use a little bit of contact cement. But I don't want to. There we go. Okay, that was. I don't have the eyes attached, but I'll do that next week. But this is going to be a puppet version of my model. Okay. I don't think I need the hot glue gun on now. Okay. But they're made. They'll be attached to the puppet next week. I am going to have to sign off here in a second. I got to go make my partner's dinner and get this little puppy outside. But I got to make dinner for my partner so they can go to work. So, okay, see you later. I'm going to see if I can find somebody to raid, and I will be back doing more of the work on the puppet next week, and back on Sunday for some Sims 4. Till then, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see if I can find somebody to raid. See you on the flip side. Bye.